would like to talk with you about how to give Betsy or any of the other Highland cows a little bit of pink in their cheeks. I do that using chalk pastels. I have a cheap set that I got from Hobby Lobby. I think they were $8. And we're just going to make her cheeks a little bit pinker right here. Not a lot, just add a little bit of color to it. So I want to try first. Because this is not white, I need to be aware that it might not come out white when I do my, when I put the chalk on it. And so I want to check colors first. I use Q-tips. There we go, handy dandy Q-tips. And I'm going to try a couple of the different colors here. Typically, because we're working on a yellow here, then it's almost like we want to do a more pinky chalk color, because if we do, then together they'll make more of a peachy color, and the peachy color is what we're going for. Okay, so typically I keep a paper towel next to where I'm working so that I can dab my, I can tell that I think that's going to be the pink I want. Then the next one that I have is more of an orangey red. Yeah, I don't want it to be that bright coral color. And let's try one more that I have here in the same area. Yeah, I can tell that that first one is the color that I'm going to want to go for, but you can pick whatever color you want. Okay, now that I know what color I want, first things first, let's snip off a bit of this. Because I'm not cleaning the excess chalk off of this base, I'm going to go ahead and clip that and throw it in the trash right away. So I know. And then I'm going to put my chalk right up here, because before I touch it down each time, I want to, it's a lot easier to do light layers. So I'm going to go ahead and tap it down so that I get most of the chalk off, and then start in the center each time and roll out. Now, if you're looking at that and going, whoa, that's pretty bright. Remember two things. Number one, it's brighter than I wish it was as well. But number two, remember that the next thing that you have to do is go back with an empty Q-tip and get rid of all of the red, because you don't want the extra red rubbing off on any of your other projects. So we're going to go ahead and we'll keep rubbing this area until it rubs clear, no red. I'm rubbing towards the center because I don't want to make my shape any bigger. Yeah, I'm still getting pink on my Q-tip. And it's the outside edges that I want more of it gone from. So I'm moving it towards the center. Okay, I'm still getting pink. Okay, we're getting less pink. Might be making a little fuzzball there. There we go. Okay, very little pink left. Very little pink left. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this one and do the other. Whoops, I accidentally chose the wrong color pink. Okay, so let's do that again where we dab it here so that we got a lighter color coming. Then we want that right in here. Now this is the more appropriate way to do it, where I have a light layer down. And I'm going to go in again. A little bit more, give it just a little bit more color. Shooting to have the two of them match. My Q-tips are getting kind of fuzzy on the edges, and that helps, or that makes it harder for me to be precise with where I put it. There we go. Now we're getting closer. Okay, now we want to work on the removal part. We may need to add a little bit more so that it comes back to the same color. Depends on how much of it's going to be agree to remove. There we go. That gives us about the same. Now let's work on the removal. Okay, clean Q-tips. You're just trying to take off whatever pink is there. Rub towards the center, because the outside edge is where we want more of it to come off. It's still pink. Still a little bit pink, but we're getting closer. Let's see if I got another fuzzy on there. No, I'm still got a little bit of pink there. Yeah, it's getting a little bit more. Now it's getting lighter. There we go. I don't know if it will ever come up completely clean, but you want it enough that you don't have to worry about like the face to face when the side of the quilt is touching a different spot on the quilt. You want them to be able to touch each other. There we go. I can't remember where I've rubbed and with which side. Yeah, just a little bit. Now, do they look the same? This one looks a little bit lighter to me, so I'm going to go back and add in a little bit more color on that side. And then go back and rub it back out. This part takes patience to get the look that you're going for. I have managed to rub a little fiber in there. But the effect is it's not something you can create with the stitches. And I think the effect is very nice to just add that little bit of shading. Okay, there we go. Now let me roll that off for the reveal. There is Betsy with her sweet little cheeks. Okay, that's how I add coloring to Santa. It's how I add coloring in places to help faces look more realistic. I sometimes will use it for other things, but primarily I use it for faces to help them look more real. Okay, we'll see you next time.